Hello, everyone. I'm Jerry, and I have a simple question. Are you not entertained? Well, if you answered yes, you're lying. But not for long, for I am not only here to entertain you, but indoctrinate you into my cult. Following. Cult following. It's an important distinction, and I don't want the wrong ideas circulating. I mean, sure, in Odd I trust, but I also like to think Lovecraft's characters had a stronger grasp on sanity than me. I suppose that lack of is also what helped me get to my current size. After all, one isn't accused of being stable when they look at a buffet and say, ooh, a challenge. I like to think of it a bit like the old joke on getting to Carnegie Hall. The weight didn't come overnight. It took practice, practice, practice. What many people don't realize, though, are the hidden benefits to such girth. I mean, I'm a poor abduction target for one. Can you imagine someone trying to stealthily roll me to a waiting van? I can imagine PETA might try it to teach me a lesson one day, but those members tend to avoid me like I'm an equal opportunity omnivore. Of course, for every head on a coin, you will find a tails, and let me tell you, the reverse side has some brutal effects. I'm not even talking about the obvious issues either. A good for instance. I don't really get to make fart jokes. They get upgraded to terror threats, and let me tell you, getting Homeland Security called on you because you claim to have a large plate of beans while standing next to the fire pit really puts a damper on July 4th celebrations. Of course, as those closest to me will attest, weight is more of a side effect in my life. You see, I mainly suffer from some rather severe mental disabilities. My parents. My mother is an eternal optimist, my father is an eternal pessimist, so this leads me down the middle. Now I know many of you think that makes me the eternal realist, but I'm going on 34 and trying to break into showbiz. The boat on reality has sailed, folks. No, I am eternally confused. Of course, it wasn't always as such. There was a time as a child I had a fairly thriving career. No, it wasn't in a sweatshop for the smartasses out there. It was as a child actor. Yes, there was a time I was making a name for myself before being a meme. Some might even blame my upbringing for starting me down the path in the first place. And it was a mixed thing at the time. One side being Christian, the other being Jewish. But since I felt a call to entertain, the fix was in. Yeah, I know, it's a stereotype, but Adam Sandler didn't write the Hanukkah song based on the people he attended shul with as a child, now did he? I might add it was going well for me until I decided organized religion wasn't my bag. So my license to carry a joke was revoked. If I hadn't kept up with my union dues, to this day I'd only be allowed to pun on the weekends. As the years went on, I made a truce with my self-overacting and thought I might try some other work, which it turns out my friends had a lot of input on. Some of them felt I should go into politics. Once I let them up from the floor, I made it a point to remind that I'm only that tactless and vile when it comes to my one-liners. I've been told to try my hand at law, not because of any great insight, mind you, but rather because I can BS my way through most topics. Most say I should write, though, that I have a real way with words that paints a vivid picture. I mean, that picture tends to be akin to an Andy Warhol MC Escher love child, but the point stays true. I've also tried my hand at college more than once. I was looking at completing a liberal arts degree at one point, though to my dismay it was cash on delivery. So in recent years I've settled with online gaming. While I do my best to pinky in the brain my way back into the limelight, I've found it's a happy medium to satisfying the voices and feeling productive. I might add I could have been perfectly miserable continuing this way, but my partner in crime in this channel had to go and light a fire under my butt. So here I am, taking you on this little journey of me, and just maybe giving you some insight into my madness. Hopefully this has convinced you to join this following. which is incidentally the title of the next M. Night Shyamalan production, with the big twist at the end being the Kool-Aid is just that, and we all go on with our day. I've been Jerry Messing, you've been an audience, and we've all been in this together. In the name of Odd, a chew.